Tonight, a car rollover takes out power to thousands of Broken Hill residents, and investigations continue into a suspicious blaze at a Smoky Bay jetty.
From our 7 Spencer Gulf studios, your nightly news with Ruby Kamain begins now.
Good evening. Broken Hill Police are investigating a crash which took out power to thousands of households across the city and sparked multiple fires. Witnesses say the driver was helped out of the wreckage before fleeing the scene.
A trail of destruction leading to an upturned wreck, an alleged high-speed crash causing chaos across the city.
Lost control, wound up hitting a gum tree that's on the corner there, got a little bit airborne, hit a telegraph pole and landed in a fence.
Neighbours say they heard an explosion when the vehicle crashed on Ryan Street at around 11:30 yesterday. Witnesses telling 7 Spencer Gulf News the driver appeared to be uninjured when he was freed from the wreckage and fled the scene. Police following leads this afternoon to try and locate the person behind the wheel.
The driver was seen to get into another car with some other people who did say initially that they were taking him to the hospital.
The impact from this pole was so severe it knocked out electricity to more than 4,000 homes and businesses and sparked multiple fires nearby.
They range from house fires, which were the electrical boxes, there were 4 of them, automatic fire alarms, which was also due to the power surge.
Power was restored to most of the city within 3 hours. Essential energy crews conducting safety checks today before homes near the crash site could be reconnected. Lachlan Itter, 7 Spencer Gulf News.
Meanwhile, police are investigating a suspicious jetty fire which erupted at Smoky Bay. Authorities were called to Jetty Road just after 6:30 Saturday morning after reports of a small fire on the town's jetty. Fire crews managed to get on top of the blaze before it could spread. The structure's since been closed for repairs. Anyone with information is urged to contact Crime Stoppers. A 50-year-old man has been arrested after police found drugs and weapons at his Port Pirie home. Police say they were called to an alleged break-in at 3 Chain Road, where a person was left with head and facial injuries. A search was then undertaken. A raft of items including gel blasters, glass pipes and methamphetamine was uncovered. A 38-year-old man has been slapped with a hefty fine after he was caught drink driving at Roxby Downs. Police say at around 2 a.m. yesterday, patrol stopped a vehicle to conduct a random driver test. The motorist from Andrews Farm returned a positive reading of 0.057. He was issued with a traffic notice of $847 and 4 demerit points. The demand for workers across the Upper Spencer Gulf is still on the rise and many businesses are calling for locals to apply. The federal member for Grey also encouraging job searching, with the job seeker stimulus package ending in March.
A cry for more workers.
We're looking for quite a few staff actually, from shift managers in our bars to an apprentice chef, to cooks, to kitchen hands, to general bar staff.
This restaurant and hotel among the long list of businesses across the Upper Spencer Gulf offering a range of positions needed filling.
Come and see us. We have work available. If you're looking for a job and you're really keen and eager to work in hospitality, there's work available.
The federal member for Grey encouraging locals to keep up the active job searching, with the federal government's job seeker stimulus set to end in March.
The highest levels of unemployment for quite a while have been Port Pirie. I'm never quite too sure why that is, but that does seem to consistently come up higher than Whyalla and Port Augusta.
Also saying while there's a large quantity of South Australians currently on JobSeeker, the demand for workers has never been so high.
I've never had so many businesses contact me and say we can't get workers. We can't get workers with specific skills. We can't get workers without skills.
But despite the worker shortage, Mr Ramsey says there is hope for the future.
I think people should be pretty optimistic. South Australia's got the lowest unemployment rate in the nation at the moment, 6.2%. That's, considering we've come through the COVID, that's pretty astonishing.
Sophia Contagonis, 7 Spencer Gulf News.
Still to come tonight, a $2 million cash boost for regional tourism businesses. And an iconic South Australian ship prepares to set sail to Port Lincoln. Welcome back. Broken Hill appears to have dodged a COVID bullet with 14 days passing since an infected traveller visited the region. Staff who worked at the Gourmet Cribton while the man dined there returned to work today, while the town's Southern Cross care homes are welcoming back visitors. The drive-through testing clinic will remain open at Crystal Lane instead of relocating to the hospital as originally planned, and will operate during the hours of 9 a.m. to midday during weekdays. The state government has announced a $2 million cash injection aiming to boost regional economies. 12 new regional tourism projects will receive grants under the Tourism Industry Development Fund. Premier Stephen Marshall says the money will help create jobs and attract more visitors to the region, following a tough year of bushfires and COVID-19. Whyalla tourism operators have recorded a spike in visitors over the festive season, with the Visitors Centre already conducting hundreds of tours this month. Staff say it's a welcome change after the impacts of COVID-19 on the industry.
For these two tourists on their way to check out Whyalla's Maritime Museum, ticking off different hotspots across the Still City has been an exciting adventure.
We've been in Whyalla for 3, maybe 4 months, travelling around Australia.
They join the long list of visitors travelling the region over the holidays, with tourism operators recording a spike in numbers.
Crazy busy. We had so many people through compared to previous years, just through the roof. Even in the lead up in December, which is usually more of a quiet month for us.
This Whyalla Visitor Centre conducting 650 tours in January last year. Staff already exceeding this goal, with this year's number of tour bookings looking much higher.
We're already over 700 and we're only halfway through.
Whyalla restaurants and hoteliers also welcoming the additional visitors, saying the increase has been helpful in keeping businesses running.
Christmas and New Year's were a really busy time for us. Both for accommodation and also in the restaurant.
Also saying despite COVID-19 restrictions still in place across South Australia, residents haven't been put off from touring the state. Sophia Contagonis, 7 Spencer Gulf News.
A piece of South Australia's maritime history is set to drop anchor in Port Lincoln. Brigantine, the one and all, returning for its annual visit next week, offering tours and unique trips on board the historic vessel.
Hoisting the flag and hitting the water, the one and all setting sail for Port Lincoln.
We're really excited. We're so thankful that the people of Port Lincoln have just got on board, but we're ready to have more people to get on board with us.
Leaving its home in Port Adelaide, the 43-metre vessel is set to berth in Port Lincoln's Boston Bay next week for its annual 3-day visit.
Although the Tunarama Festival isn't on this year, it's great to see her still coming over to let people have a look, go on board, go for a sail on the bay and enjoy such a beautiful ship.
Etched in South Australia's history, the ship was commonly used for sail training. Now it's helping troubled teens turn their lives around.
People feel very satisfied when they've been on a boat like that and have actually completed a voyage successfully and learnt new skills.
Tours on board the vessel as well as a unique twilight cruise will be available, but you'll have to get in quick, with tickets being snapped up fast.
We have a couple of events in Port Lincoln that are already sold out. We still have more tickets available for our Pirates Open Day, our afternoon tea sales and one of the twilight sales.
Head to the One and All website for more information. Nathan Regter, 7 Spencer Gulf News.
Stay with us after the break. Pedalling for a Cause, the charity bike ride raises money for mental health. And Port Augusta locals rally to bring back a City Safe program. Hello again. Cyclists took to the road over the weekend, riding 100 kilometres to raise money for Broken Hills Lifeline. The first Ride for Quinny also promoting awareness for men's mental health issues in honour of a well-known local.
A desert sunrise, the perfect backdrop for a very special bike ride. Starting as a tribute to a mate, growing to a community united.
I was going to do it by myself and then sort of put the idea past a few people and it just sort of snowballed.
The riders up before the crack of dawn, pedalling 100 kilometres out and back on the Tibooburra Road.
The first 50 k's we had a big tailwind, so the whole group got out there, we're having fun, a really good ride, everyone was talking.
Starting a conversation, the reason behind Ride for Quinny. Nick Marr organising the event in memory of his brother-in-law Baden, who took his life last year, setting an ambitious fundraising target of $50,000. That goal reached this morning.
100% of the donations go to Lifeline Broken Hill, so I think that's why it's been so popular, because the donations are staying local in Broken Hill.
The community getting behind the worthy cause, a huge crowd welcoming the cyclists home.
We often talk about the money that's been raised, but the most important thing is about raising awareness.
This group showing there is always someone ready to listen. If you need help, Lifeline is available 24 hours a day by calling 13 11 14. Lachlan Itter, 7 Spencer Golf News.
Port Pirie's Uni Hub has opened once again, with staff working around the clock to assist in an increase in regional enrolments. An engineering course subsidy is among the incentives proving popular this year.
Uni Hub doors are back open and staff say they're eager to see some new faces this year.
Enrolments are going really, really well. We've got a steady stream of inquiries pretty well every day now, and that's been happening right through from mid-December.
It may be a few weeks before the academic year starts, but there's plenty of interest from students opting to stay in the region.
Nursing and psychology are still probably the most popular qualifications that people are looking to enrol in, but we're also seeing some really strong interest in some of our other qualifications like digital media.
There's a new government subsidy on offer for engineering courses. The camp is currently experiencing an influx of inquiries.
The associate degree in engineering is a terrific qualification. It covers many majors. Civil, mechanical, geology and electrical.
Students of all levels have been encouraged to consider the degree, with extra mentoring also on offer.
Males, females, people of all ages and different sort of career backgrounds as well. So, we go from school leavers to people who already have a trades background.
Enrolments close mid-February and residents are being urged to contact Uni Hub for more information. Shari Hams, 7 Spencer Golf News.
Port Augusta residents have rallied behind a petition aiming to bring back the City Safe patrols. It comes after several incidents reported of antisocial behaviour in the city, with locals now calling for action.
Signing in support of keeping the city safe. Residents backing a petition to reinstate the City Safe program amid concerns over antisocial behaviour in the city.
We need our safety back. And the only best safety in the world is to have our K9 people back.
Locals say the federal government should be stepping in to help fund the program.
Our rates should not be paying for this. This should be a government financed program. Federal government should be stepping up to the plate and actually sorting this out.
City Council supporting the community's decision, saying it's continuing to convene with government agencies.
Council is supportive of the community putting up a petition in relation to what they want to do is have a safe city. The question is how is it being funded and who will operate it and who will coordinate it.
Meanwhile, SAPOL says increased presence of mounted police and a K9 unit brought up from Adelaide has been very effective.
What we've seen is some people have actually moved out of the area, gone to other locations, and also we've seen a reduction in the consumption of alcohol in those areas, which has been very well received by the community.
Police now reminding residents to call 131 444 if they require assistance or 000 in emergencies.
We're pushing all of our available personnel and resources to the front line to provide that high visibility presence and prevent any disturbances before they occur.
Katrina Musson, 7 Spencer Golf News.
Stay with us after the break. Shari Hams will bring you all the highs and lows of weekend cricket. And Alex Sykes will join us with the weather details. Welcome back. It was a bumper weekend for cricket across the region with perfect weather for play. Port Pirie's Memorial Oval saw Proprietary taking on Southport. Our reporter Shari Hams has this week's cricket wrap.
Here at Memorial Oval, it was the first game of the weekend with many players making a welcomed return from holidays. Proprietary defeated Southport by 11 runs. It was perfect conditions with low winds and warm temperatures. Props batted first and made 7 for 154. Reece Fowler leading the way with 45 not out. In reply, Southport fell just short, finishing at 8 for 145. A good win for Props, keeping their finals hopes alive. Over at Port Oval, Port Germain had a comfortable 30-run victory over Wandura. Port Germain won the toss and batted first, finishing with 6 for 140 from their allotted overs. In early trouble at 2 for 13 to eventually be bowled out for 110, losing their 6th wicket for just 24 runs. Across the other leagues, in Port Lincoln, Lee Hunt batted first against Far West, making 174, but it wasn't enough for Far West, made 177 for the loss of only 1 wicket, securing a 9-wicket win. Great Flinders were bowled out for 124, and Tumby Bay chased them down with 5 wickets to spare. Over to the Super League round, Port Augusta teams take the honours in the battle of Augusta versus Whyalla teams with a clean sweep of wins. Up in Broken Hill, and North secured its first win of 2021 with a commanding performance at Alma Oval on Saturday. They scored 7 for 133, defeating South at 53. Sheldon Hall and Tommy Carruthers opened the batting, looking great early, setting the game up. West Broken Hill also defeating Central Broken Hill 84 to 6 for 86. That's all for this week's Cricket Wrap. Join us tomorrow night for all the other sports from across the region.
Time now to take a look at what's happening in the weather. Here's Alex.
Thanks, Ruby. It was a mainly fine day across our lovely region. From 3 p.m, Broken Hill was sunny and reached 29, Clare sunny and 26, while Cooper Pedy had the region's top of 32. While a sunny 23 degrees, the region's lowest temp of 21 recorded in Port Lincoln, Kadina and Cleve. Port Augusta sat at 27 degrees, Port Pirie sunny and 26, Woodness sunny and 28, and mostly sunny and 24 in Adelaide. Taking a look at the satellite image now, low cloud over the far southern coasts of SA. Onshore winds is no longer bringing any showers. Skies are generally clear elsewhere due to dry winds under a firm high pressure system. These dry winds are also fresh and gusty and cooler than normal for this time of year. Moving on to tomorrow's weather outlook now, and we'll start with the Gulf waters. Southeasterly winds 10 to 15 knots, seas up to 1.5 metres, and south-southwesterly swell also 1.5 metres. To tomorrow's temperatures now, and those mainly fine conditions are continuing. Port Lincoln partly cloudy 23 degrees, Clark clearing in Cleve 25, Woodness sunny and 33, Whyalla 27, Port Augusta sunny and 32, Kadina to reach a high of 29 degrees. Port Pirie and Broken Hill both a sunny 31, and similar conditions in Clare 29 degrees. Taking a look further through the week now, conditions are certainly heating up on Wednesday. Sunny across the region, 37 in Cooper Pedy, Port Augusta and Whyalla, a degree cooler in Port Pirie 36, 34 in Kadina, 33 in Broken Hill and Whyalla, Port Lincoln set to reach a top of 28, and if you're heading to Adelaide, a top of 32 there. Heating up again on Thursday in most parts, 40 and sunny in Cooper Pedy, partly cloudy in Port Augusta with the region's top of 41, 38 in Woodner and Port Pirie, windy and 37 in Whyalla, sunny in Broken Hill also 37, 29 in Port Lincoln and partly cloudy and 35 in Adelaide. And similar conditions on Friday, 41 in Cooper Pedy, sunny and 37 in Port Augusta, 39 in Woodner and Broken Hill, 36 in Port Pirie, Kadina set to reach a high of 34, 28 and sunny in Port Lincoln, Whyalla 28 and a sunny top of 33 in Adelaide. So certainly some beach weather coming up this week, Ruby, and that's all the weather from me for tonight. Back to you.
Wonderful, thanks for that, Alex. And that's the local news this Monday evening. Thanks for joining us. I'll have updates later. Until then, enjoy your evening. Good night.